All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last real-time cast. It's also going to be a bit of a detailed cast. So first of all, this is the Nerf, Surf, and Turf game, of course. And apologies to the people in the game. I will freely admit I've been distracted by the tournament game that's been going on recently. Hardcore game. And I'm going to be releasing those games one day at a time for everybody to see as well. Anybody who's interested in playing Alliance tournament play, please be aware that this stack is coming soon. It's going to be November tournament. We're going in December. Coming in soon. We've got to figure out who our team is for December, but we'll be moving forward with that. That will not be cast live, and it may not be cast at all. I'm not sure. But after the December game, we have one more game in the first round. So that'll be in January, obviously. And after that, we will determine what's going to happen moving forward. We were told by the mods that we are in a preliminary match. So there's groups of 4. And I believe there were 12 groups of 4 at least. And our particular group of 4 was packed. We have one finalist from the Brazilian Portuguese tournament that went down a while back, and we have another team that was a finalist for the most recent world tournament. So we're playing against really high level guys in our bracket. So what we're hoping to be is third place with enough points. So we're hoping to be third place, and if we are third place, we will then battle against the other third place people from this first bracket for a chance to stay in this. Fourth place, just get kicked, right? So first place automatically in, fourth place automatically kicked, and then I think there's a limited number of second place teams that get let in. There's some convoluted details there. If you go to our Alliance channel and then look at the tournament portal, you can see everything about the tournament there. All right, so this game has wound down finally, and we can see what's happened here is that it looks like the big 3 from the middle here have completely taken over. They've dominated. So there's no question about it that let's go ahead and call them by their proper team here. Team 6 has won the game. Team 6 are the gold medalists for this game. So they will have a new role added, NST Gold, to their name. So they'll carry that name with them in the universe forever, or at least until the sun explodes and kills us all. So we have our NST Gold officially here. Let's just go ahead and call them out. Roll of honor here. We have Swedish Viking, we have Hemland, and we have Riot Force. So first place team, a lot of politics happened here and allowed this to go down. The surprise of the game to me is the second place team here. The second place team is a bit of a Cinderella story here. Second place is the new Canadian Empire. That is Greenland, North Canada, and South Canada. So we saw some interesting back and forth happen. We had some players come and go, and we had a bunch of interesting jockeying happening. And honestly, I thought that the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen here would probably be silver medalists. But what ended up happening, the way things went down, was they ended up taking on a lot of the northern flight up here. So they went head-to-head with the North. And, of course, Team 6 here, make sure I'm not misnaming them. Yeah, Team 6 went head-to-head with the North. You can see took a lot of territory up here. But my take on what happened was they fought the North to a standstill in Europe while Team 6 over here swarmed north. And I think we all knew that Team 6 at a certain point, I did anyway, I was pretty sure Team 6 was going to win. What I did not expect was for Team I don't remember what team number they are, but the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen here, I did not expect them to be eclipsed by the New World. And that's exactly what happened. So what we have is definitely sort of a Cinderella situation here, because these three stayed more or less out of the fighting. If you look at the New World, you don't see a lot of light gray over here. You don't see any beige over here. For a while, they had taken some of the British Isles, but they got taken back. And you don't see any pink over here. So what really happened, although they don't have any territory in the New World, the Old World, what happened was their sheer morale and army size and industrial buildup has been enough to secure them second place. Now, I'm calling this game because there's not a viable fourth place. If you look at this right now, you will see that Team 5 is Sweden. Fourth place, I should say. The fourth place team in this game is Sweden and Northern Russia. And if you look at where Sweden and Northern Russia are, well, Northern Russia is here, and Sweden is here. So they're gone. They're out of this. They've been officially defeated by a unified world. And it's very interesting that sort of the unified world first took out the South and then took out the North. So again, there was some politicking going on here. There was some diplomacy happening here. And then, of course, we do have Sweet and Oli here. And I'll say Oli never gave up trying to find their third. And they got fractured early on, and then found Arabia to be their third. And something happened with Arabia. I don't know why they didn't spend Goldmark to keep his morale going, but for whatever reason, his morale got bad enough, and they rebelled. So in a moment of not paying attention, I don't know what the situation was, they lost their third, and they have not been able to find a third since then. So I do know that Oli really worked hard to try to find that third. Lots and lots of conversations, and just the world politics were not aligned for that to happen. And it's very interesting, if you'll notice, the winning team was a team from the very beginning. The second place team was a team from the very beginning, and the third place team again. So the core teams did sort of prove out to be the most durable in this game. We saw a lot of flexing back and forth, but usually only because they had to, and when they had to, that was from a position of being fractured or weakened. So that ultimately led to their defeat. So let's just call it out. We have our gold medalists. We talked about our gold medalists over here. Our silver medalists are Bullet Hole, Orange Pit, and Power of Us. And our bronze medalists are Papa Smitty, Harkold, and Grandma Karen. And at one time I knew who Grandma Karen was, their actual username, but you'll see them, you'll know them, because they will have an NST bronze roll on their chest. Now, I'll say this. I'm going to leave it up to you guys how to end this game, because at some point there will be a coalition with enough points to win. And gold marks are fun. Gold marks are great. So at this point, I'm not discouraging anybody. You're welcome to continue on to try to finalize your win. I would say at this point, we can see, Team 6 with a score of 944. If they can get that to 1,500, they will win. And I also would say at some point, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen could potentially eclipse the points of the New World here. But part of the problem too is that that they could never expand south because they had their vassals down here. So that was something that was sort of a limiting factor on them. They expanded somewhat south down to here, but never much more than just this territory here that Harkold was able to get, and a little bit that Italy was able to get as well. You'll see actually their southern allies ended up eating up a lot of the other southern territory that they potentially could have gotten. Yeah, Italy got some stuff down here as well. So very interesting stuff here. You will notice that I think somebody did go to war with me Temporarily, who's at war with me? Does this mean they're at war with me? Spain, are you at war with me? I don't think so, but let's go to the other map and let's just see. Um, at one point, yeah. So Spain is at war with me. Um, and I did mention that there was an achievement for whoever went to war with me first. Um, but at this point in the game, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, congratulations, Harkold. I don't even know if you're the first one to attack me, because you can see I did lose stuff over here to Sweden. Did I lose that to Sweden? I think I did. Yeah. Yeah. I apologize. I've been so laser focused on that. The thing about the Alliance game is you've got to be able to give 2 weeks of your life. And it's not constant, but you just need your phone on you. And, when it comes to me casting and paying attention, I knew that this game was winding down. I knew that it was stabilizing. I did go ahead and I did make casts as we go, and I just want to let you know I'm going to go ahead and start releasing the in-depth, detailed gameplay for those of you who were not part of the 30 who played, or for those of you who got kicked out early in the game. You can see what happened after you left. So I'm going to continue to release those. I think probably 2 a night of those detailed casts. So thanks for coming along with for the ride here. I'm going to assign those roles. If you see someone in the wild and they have an NST badge, you'll know exactly why. There are 9 of them who will receive those badges today. Congratulations to my gold, silver, and bronze medal winners. Up next, guys, is Horse Force. I'm going to start putting that together right away. Maybe try to do a promotional video tonight, one more promotional video for Horse Force, and then get a sign-up sheet. I want to see who wants to play. Again, just a quick reminder, Horse Force is we're going to try to get as many players as possible, and then we're just going to spam a 100-player map. Just spam it with as many universe members as we can get. There will be no alliances, no coalitions, right? No, I don't want anybody to know that we're even on the same team, that we're even from it. I just want us to show up out of nowhere, and then we will only build cavalry only. Now, we'll give each other shared map. We'll act in concert. We'll act together cooperatively whenever possible, right? We will act as cooperatively as possible. I'll fill you in more about the actual details, but we're going to be like what I would just say, like a horse like infection of the map, where we'll work together. We won't kill each other off, but we'll just creeping, crawling, taking over the entire map as much as we possibly can. And when you see another Horse Force member, you'll just merge into them and continue to attack forward. So I'm really looking forward to that. It should be a lot of fun. It is a specialty game. It is a novelty game. You can only build cavalry only, period. And the fun thing about that is when you limit yourself like that and you end up with a ton of horses, it's fun. I've played 2 games like that, and I won both maps just massively. And somebody pointed out, well, they were 31-player maps, and 31-player maps are not where the big boys play. That is true. That's very true. And that's part of why we're not going to a 500-player map. First of all, we just don't have the numbers to spam out a 500-player map, but also because that is where the big boys play. They play on the 500-player maps a lot of the times. So we're going to compromise. We're going to go to a 100-player map where hopefully we can get 30 or 40 people in there, and then just go horse wild. It's going to be fun. All right. So that's it, guys. Thanks for checking in. This has been a lot of fun. It's been a super fun game to play and to cast. It's been a joy. And I want you guys to be thinking about, after Horse Force, any interesting games, because I've had people say, a lot of channels do, or a lot of, coalitions or groups do role play, and role play is fun. It really is. But on the other hand, very rarely are there organized sort of niche or specialty games like we're playing here. So if anybody has an idea of something that you think would be fun to do, let me know. We've heard a few really interesting ones. One of the ideas that we heard was just having like, what were we talking about? We were talking about just having sort of our own little universe tournament. So people who don't really want to play alliance level tournament stuff, because it's very um, focus intensive. You have to pay close attention. People were talking about, well, what if you just did like, um, you know, 2v2 maps, right? And just did like, what was the idea? It was a really good idea, I thought. They said, like, what if you did 4 2v2 maps, right? So if you did 4 2v2 maps, or even 8, let's say 8 2v2 maps, right? So you'd have 8 winners and 8 losers, right, from that. And then what we would do is we would take those 8 winners and 8 losers and pair them up on their own maps of 4v4. So I don't know. It seemed like it'd be fun. Um, do our own little mini tournament, right? And the cool thing about it is on a 2v2 map, the game goes pretty quick, right? It's decided pretty quickly. It's not one of these massive, just forever games. So that'd be kind of cool too. It's like, the game might even be over after, say, 10 days or something. So anyway, if you have any ideas, please let me know. I'm always happy to hear them. You can either give them on the comments below, because I do read all of my comments always. Or you can go over to our Discord and mention it to me over there. I'm active over there as well. So if you at me, I will definitely listen and hear what you have to say. All right, guys. Thanks for checking in. As always, it's been so much fun. I'll see y'all next time. Adios, mi amigos.